Howdy everybody, Brian, Indiana Creek Gold. Fall has officially arrived and damn it looks and feels like it here in west central Indiana. One of the big signs for us, I don't know if I can zoom in good enough. Yeah, you can see it. We can see the pasture back there's 5-acre pasture over on the other side of the strip of woods. It don't get used, but full of clover now, deer love it. But woods start opening up, you can see the pasture. Last week everything was green. There's a few walnut trees, which they always turn early. But not a lot of leaves changing, but a lot of leaves have fallen already. It is windy, it's been rainy for the last couple days. The rain man came and visited Saturday, and it's rained every day since. Thank you, Richard. We needed that rain. But we have our cons from where me and old Rain Man 83 Sky Warrior hit the big water the other day, doing some crevicing and running our RPEs. So we're getting ready to tear into them. So let me grab a few things and grab our microphone that started working again after I dropped it in the creek. Our Bluetooth receiver that plugs into the phone, I dumped it right out of my pocket into the water, but started working again. It's all good. So let's go classify some material and hopefully find a little gold. Here's what we have. We don't have a whole lot of cons. This was one run through our prototype RPE, our long tom. So, and we let it run. It was running pretty hot, and we let it run for 15 minutes or so after we got done feeding it. It blew out a lot of the stuff. There was a chunker up in the top and one little speck. We got the chunker in a snuffer bottle. So we have this stuff to go through. Richard found a really nice flake that came out of his RPE run. So we're going to do some classifying and see what the hell's in here. Hopefully there's another chunker or two. We can always hope. We did find a few. So I found that one nice little picker of Crevicing. And we have some material, actually, hold on, I'll show you. Right here is all material, and there's quite a bit there that we got from up around the waterfall when we were crevicing. We cleaned them cracks out, and we panned off a few of the cleanups from that little Reinhardt dredge, that little crack sucker. Several of them went into this bucket. I troweled up a bunch of material when we was flipping tiles, busting that bedrock up. And what I troweled in there, I was sort of pretty much classifying it through a homemade classifier here as we went. So hopefully there's some gold in there. So I'm hoping for another chunker or two that we sucked up. I know Richard's got cons to go through still, and he had part of a pile. He had about a third of a bucket of material that he never fed through his RPE, because I was slinging mine through there. He was going a little bit slower, and it was getting dark. Mosquitoes were eating us. So we abandoned early before he was done anyway. So looking forward to see what he has in there. But yeah, we're going to classify this stuff down and just plus and minus kitchen strainer for now and go with that. So I don't have the phone stand over here. Let me get this stuff classified and we'll come back and look at the material. Okay, we are all classified out. Plus kitchen strainer, minus kitchen strainer. So, should we go ahead and dream big and go through a nice piece of quartz there and go through this stuff for a big chunker, or go through that little stuff? We didn't find anything down there that, I don't know, that flake that Richard found probably wouldn't fit through the kitchen strainer. He found a nice wide, it was pretty flat, but it was a pretty nice flake. But hell, let's do this little stuff first. Not get overly confident here. We usually don't find as much micro gold up there as we do over the hill here at the house. That is one thing, but there is usually bigger, chunkier gold up there. Like I've found my biggest piece to date up there. Right there where me and A3 Skyward, the Rain Man, and I dug. Like literally that spot. Within a couple foot of where we cleaned off down to Bedrock. So, and I did have a nice chunker that's in the snuffer bottle that was stuck up in the top of the RPE. And Richard found that nice flake right there. So we know there's some with some chunkier pieces anyway that we got into. Ron F, go check him out. He is the OG Indiana Boys Prospecting Club. He shot the idea to, I think, a couple of us, but he is sort of the one that came up with the whole idea. And it's like, we need to make it a lot more official, maybe sometime than what it is. But yeah, Ron and Rain Man and I spent the day in that spot high banking. And we did good. We did good that day. And then me and Rain Man went back and was just sluicing and panning. And I found that 0.38 gram chunker actually panning. But there was a slab of bedrock that had broke off and was sitting on the bottom, the bedrock, exposed bedrock. But there was a big divot in it. And I took my trowel and scraped all the material out of that divot and then rinsed it all out and scraped it off into there along with some other material and was washing that back. And I had to use my Garrett and it popped right up. So I think the biggest one I found on video down over the hill is 0.18. The almond led me to that one. So you guys go back and way back a couple years. I might post a link in the description if I think about it. Show you how almond can help you find gold. If nothing else, it demonstrates the movement of gold. It is sort of cool, but it led me to a bunch of lead, a bunch of iron, some smaller pieces of gold, flour gold, and almost 0.2 of a gram rounded off orange, sort of flattened out chunker. Nice picture. Indiana freaking nugget is what it was. But we get into, even just when we're sluicing up there, up the road where we was at, a lot of times we've got into nice chunky gold. Nice garnets. Those are some really pretty garnets, rounded off. Maybe a little bitty speck of gold right there. Not seeing any gold popping through. Those garnets sure are visible. I've got the light on my camera. That might be hurt. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, I think that's probably better. We was getting awful glare there, weren't we? Come on, chunkers. Like I said, I got what's in that bucket, and then Richard and I, which I was up there for a good while before he got up there, but we did a lot of panning. I scraped up a bunch of material and panned it and other stuff that we didn't get on video because there were 2 kids and 3. There's a piece of gold popping through. 2 kids and 3 adults popped up right there and were swimming like feet behind us, and it was sort of loud. And we were just over there trying to do our deal, so it wouldn't have been real great videoing. But I've got a little bit of gold in that snuffer bottle there that we got that day. Hey, Brian. Oh, yeah, look. Hell yeah. That was what, 2 scoops out of there? Might be on better gold than what I initially thought. Fine gold showing up. All right. Get rid of some of that stuff. Get the water in there. Maybe take some of this coarse stuff out of there. Hopefully not drag too much gold out. All right, a little better to work with, I think. Bam. Oh, we got one trying to get away here. Let me flip that up there with my finger. Got a runner. I didn't have like real super high hopes. No more than we've seen up in the top of the indicator of the prototype RPE, but I'll tell you what, that thing was running hot. So that might have something to do with it. But I wasn't too worried about it running so hot because we had the prototype RPE, you know, twice the length. So it gives it plenty of time to let gold to settle in a riffle somewhere. Thank you again, Eric, for always prospecting. You do not have an RPE. It's worth having one, even if you run other river sluices. If and the RPEs catch the gold, all kind of gold. Look, you can see what size that is, and that's some of that stuff is 200 mesh gold, easy 300. But you ain't gonna find a lighter sluice. I mean, when you're already toting in shovels and a bunch of buckets and stuff like that, and you can strap that RPE with a couple of straps to your backpack and not even know it's there. And that is a plus. So pretty good. What, 1, 2, 3, 4 little decent pieces there, and a bunch of smaller stuff. We'll take that for the first couple scoops. On it, Indiana boys, on that gold. All right, choose that snuffer bottle that the other gold that's in there from that day is in. And yeah, let me pan this stuff down, and I'll do like I usually do. I'll just leave a little bit and I'll run it down to where there's just a little bit in the corner and keep adding to it, and that way we'll get the big reveal at the end. That way we don't have a 9-hour freaking video with my slow ass panning. But looking good so far. All right, we have ran through over half, or at least half of this. Probably 8 or 9 scoops. So I keep seeing gold popping up in the corners. So we're going to go ahead and run this down and have a look and suck it up. We just don't lose any more gold than we need to. I always lose a little bit because I sort of suck. But we can avoid some of that by just taking a few precautions. Hope you all had a good weekend. Said Rain Man and I hit it. I was hurting puppy. Oh, I need to watch where I'm pointing that camera. Had some friends come up. Just a gal that Megan grew up with. Her name is Megan too. But he had a week's leave. He's in the Army, Georgia. So boys came up to the dad, and so they're hanging out here for the week. Fixed a big old pot of chili last night because it is chilly weather in Indiana. It's been raining. I said ever since the Rain Man left, basically. It held out until late that night after he left, though, which is good. I mean, we worked till close to dark. I mean, it was like this morning. Garnets popping through. Wow, there's a really nice garnets. Really nice. Oh yeah, one's real light pink. A couple of them. And I got those dark burgundy ones. More light pink ones. But yeah, the mosquitoes were eating us. It was horrible. And the whole Crevicing thing. And splitting that bedrock, and yeah, that's rough. fat old guys. Look at those pretty rounded off garnets. Might have to fetch some of them out of there. It's been rainy and dreary ever since. Like I said, starting early morning hours Sunday. Got a piece of gold popping up there. And it's been that way today, but there's blue skies there. I'm probably going to have to shed the old Carhartt hoodie. I am starting to cook in the sun. It was sort of chilly when it was cloudy and rainy. Okay, start washing some of this back. Let me back this out a little bit. That way I'm looking at the pan more than I am the phone. Maybe I won't be screwing up as much if I got a wider view. More garnets there. Got a piece of gold trying to get away up there. I obviously got something on my lens. And what I'm doing here is not being able to see because the lens is smudged up. But I'm just running up that side until I see gold popping up, and I see a little bit. So let me two-hand this and get it ran down a little bit and get my stuff cleaned off so it ain't so blurry. More gold popping up over there now that you can freaking see it. Alright, we're turning our light back on here for a second, but look at that. Some chunky gold. A little bit more small stuff, but that one right there's a nice chunky piece. And that right there, nice flake. A couple smaller flakes there beside it. That one's pretty decent though. Another little chunky. That's sort of the typical of the gold we get in there. Small chunky pieces, occasional flakes, nice flakes like that. All the smaller flakes. Cool. We were on a little bit of gold. Awesome. Got quite a bit more to go through. So we will get that stuff ran down and we'll do the same. And we'll do a big snuffer dump. Oh yeah. Looking good so far anyway, ain't it? Alright, we have our light back on. And we are down to the last of the last on the minus kitchen strainer. I'm going to try to zoom this in a little bit. Oh, that's a bit too much. A little crazy with it. Going to cloud up again. Looks like it's going to rain some more. And I forgot we got our big stuff to go through still. I said, and then we've got part of a bucket of material over there that might have some gold in it, we could hope. Well, we know it's got some gold in it. So I've been pleasantly surprised with what we've got out of here, so maybe that will be the same. that we can always be optimistic and hope. Yeah, there's a piece, I think, popping through up there in the corner, maybe. Wind is a picking up. I'll say took it literally. It was fall here in Indiana. Smooth, nice, pretty rounded off garnet. Alright, let's kill the light here. Not seeing gold popping through yet. So maybe we'll find a giant chunker in there. Oh, there we go. A little shake. Shake and bake action. That popped right through. Also, I'm sort of creating my own shadow there. A lot of real coarse black sands. I think probably a lot of that is magnetic. Got some more gold popping through. And it's showing through because my light's off and it's cloudy. There's definitely another nice little chunky piece there. Yep, we got some popping through down here. Let me do the two-handed tap. We'll be right back. We'll turn the light back on. Look at there, another chunky piece. Some flare gold. A few little small flakes. Oh, yeah, one's like this, a little chunky. So, cool. We'll take it. I'll flip that thing clear up there. All right, let's get this stuff sucked up. And we'll blast through this big classification real quick. And then we'll do the snuffer dump. All right, we have switched up pans. Got the black one with the lip in there. Catch our big giant chunky pieces of gold. There's definitely a lot of quartz in there. Probably a couple nice garnets. So a big white piece of quartz floating off there. Bunch of dark pieces of jasper. Come on, chunker. Lots of garnets. All right. See if there's money in here. A little more water. There's a piece of shot rolling around, lead shot. It's the only heavy metal we got in there. All right, let's see how this is probably going to go. So, we're being a little impatient, I guess. So let me pan through this. If we find a big chunker, we will most definitely bring you all back. How about that? All right, I got like this size gold out of every pan. Stuff that was either stuck to whatever, or a critter going down the back of my neck, or stuff that we just didn't get classified out. So there was plenty of that. But let me get that sucked up real quick, and I want to show you all something. Look, some of these garnets, every one of these pans had garnets like this. Oh, every pan was full of garnets like that, bunches of them. I just wanted to show you all that. And we did find a couple more pieces of shot and bullet out of 22. So here, I think we've got a clean pan right here. And here's our snuffer bottle. The stuff we sucked up that day. The stuff we have sucked up today. And yeah, let's check it out here. The moss is growing in this snuffer bottle. Or we sucked up, one of the two. Let me get some of that nasty stuff cleaned out of there. Okay. In typical fashion, the nice little picker that I found when we were up there crevicing, I was trying to get the gunk out of the bottom of the pan, and I rolled that thing right off into this pan. So the biggest piece of gold, it was, maybe close to a tenth, at least, 0.07 or something, I would think. But it's in there now with all our tellings. But we will have a look at the other gold that we have. There's more of that moss. There's a real shiny piece. But yeah, we were into some chunky gold. Some nice flakes in there. A piece of moss there, or algae. But quite a bit of flour in there, actually. So I need to do some spooning right here in this corner because it fell right in there at some point. How lucky do we feel? Let's I think it fell right in here. All right, let's see if it's in here. See if we recovered our chunker so we can show it along with the rest of our gold. Get work down there. If not, this dirt will probably get turned into pay dirt, and if we don't run it. Sometimes I'll go through this stuff and classify it because I miss there's all kind of that micro gold that we miss. It's just hard to not miss some of that 200, 300, 400 mesh gold with those garnet sands. Or at least for me it is. I said I'm not that great at panning. More of those garnets popping up there. Hopefully our chunker is in there. If not, we just dump this whole pan of material on top of whereabouts it was at. Bam, there it is. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Got you. I can't pick it up now. All right, let me get that out of there and in this other pan. Okay. Definitely a measurable amount of gold with the addition of that one. I said that's the one we found, Crevicing. I picked it up at one point, but it's not happening now. But nice chunker, couple nice flakes. I mean, those are here's the end of the spout. So I mean, those are decent. I mean, that's, like I said, that one's straight out Indiana freaking nugget there. Bunch of that smaller gold that my phone's not focusing in on. But yeah, that's that piece that was stuck in the top of the RPE. It has got that little funky deal there. I said, nice little chunker there. I said the Rain Man had a flake bigger and way bigger than that, I do believe. A lot of that fine gold. So I would call that a pretty decent day for sure. I might even weigh this up and put it on my community page here next day or so. So maybe watch out for that. I said, I think there's enough to weigh out for sure. So I appreciate you all. I don't know if I'm going to get this. It's sort of late. I'll be an hour editing and getting it uploaded or downloaded to my phone from editing software and then uploaded to YouTube. So I don't know if I'm going to get it in on my time slot before Miller. If that does not happen, I guess we'll do this Wednesday early evening or something. But if you're watching this on Tuesday evening, make sure and jump over and check out Miller Prospecting. He's one of the OG Indiana Boys Prospecting Club members. So, yep, good day. We got gold all around that pan. Cool, cool. Rain Man, Richard will be having his cleanup. It was his video from when we went to the creek still. And then he'll have a cleanup video or two. We've got a part of a bucket over here of material from up there still we need to go through. And I'd like to get to the creek. It hasn't really stopped raining for more than an hour or two at any point since Sunday. But we will try to get down there soon. I appreciate you all watching. I appreciate old Richard, Rain Man 83 Skyward coming down Saturday. It was definitely worth it. Like I said, it's nice chunky gold from up the road. That's why I like going up there. I mean, there's not a ton of gold, but man, there's some nice pieces up there. So y'all take care, and we will catch you on the next one.